Good morning students. Today we will start with the reading of the next topic, that is adaptation in desert animals. The camel found in India is a good example to learn how certain animals are adapted to live in deserts. What kind of body features help a camel to live in desert? This hump, excess amount of food is stored in the hump as fat. Long eyelashes protect eyes from strong and sandy winds. Padded feet help in walking on the soft sand. Long legs keep the body away from sand. Toes are joined together to prevent sinking into the sand. Nostrils can be closed and open at will. Scarcity of water. A camel can live without water for many days. When water is available, it drinks plenty of water to recover water lost from its body. Scarcity of plants. Few plants grow in desert. When food is available, a camel eats plenty of it. Excess amount of food is converted into fat and is stored in the hump. It is used when food is scarce. That is why it is able to live without food for several days. Hot and sandy environment. A camel has long legs which keep its body much above the hot sand. The padded feet help it to walk comfortably on the soft sand. During a sandstorm, the camel closes its nostrils. Its eyes are protected by large eyelashes. Adaptation in animals living in open grasslands. Animals like the deer, wild dogs, foxes, lions, and cheetahs live in grasslands. These animals are adapted to live in open spaces. Their strong legs help them to cover long distances in search of food and water. The body color merges with the color of the dry grass. This helps animals like the deer to escape from their enemies and animals like the lion to remain unnoticed till the prey is close enough to hunt. They also have a keen sense of smell and sharp eyesight. Adaptation in animals living in cold regions. The polar regions of the earth are extremely cold and remain ice covered throughout the year. Few plants grow in these regions and food becomes very scarce in winter. Polar bear, Arctic fox and penguins live in such regions comfortably. These animals are adapted to live in extremely cold conditions. The polar bear, which lives in the North Polar region or the Arctic region, is a good example to understand how animals are adapted to live in their habitat. The body is covered with a thick layer of hollow hair that traps air and keeps the bear warm. There is also a thick layer of fat below its skin. These features keep the bear comfortably warm even when the temperature goes below -30 degrees Celsius in winter. The polar bear is a good swimmer. This adaptation helps it to catch seal for food when ice melts in warmer months. When an animal is awake and moving, it uses more energy. The energy is obtained from the food the animal eats in winter. The temperature in the Arctic region is very low and the food is very difficult to find. At such time, the polar bear sleeps for about 8 hours and conserves energy. Penguins live in the South Polar region. The body is covered with a fine layer of feathers. There is also a layer of fat below the skin. These features keep the penguins warm. Penguins are also adapted to live in ice-cold water. They feed on small sea animals. Their flipper-like wings and streamlined bodies make them excellent swimmers. Yak of the high mountains. The wild yak is adapted to live in high mountains region of the Himalayan ranges. The body is covered with a thick growth of hair that almost touches the ground. This keeps the animal warm. On high mountains, there is less air and so less oxygen is available. Yaks have an adaptation that solves this problem. The red blood cells in the body carry oxygen to different parts of the body. Yaks have more red blood cells than other animals. This helps them to obtain enough oxygen from the thin air. Ice-covered regions are dangerous places. At some places, deep holes are covered with just a thin layer of ice. Herds of wild yaks travel on the snow in a single file, carefully stepping on footprints left by the lead yak.